super fun, so I'm really excited. What about yourself?
Oh, busy,
I hear
busy.
nothing but good things are coming your way, right?
That's right. That's right.
I'm
But
so happy to hear that.
I never forget my veterans, so I decided I invited two people to come on today. I hope
They're coming.
they are. I see. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, Tony is here and there.
Tony, pleasure
Hi.
to meet you. We haven't met before.
I'm sorry.
No, I was saying hi to Tony. How are you doing, Tony?
Oh,
Hey,
Tony.
hello. Good to meet you guys. I like your name, Yogi Yogi.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've had a lot of fun people calling you Yogi Bear, right?
of course, Yogi Bear, Yogi Berra, being an actual yogi. All of the above are fine.
Nice,
Hi,
nice.
Elaine. Nice to see you.
Hi, Yogi. How are you? Hi, everyone. Hi, Tony. Hi, Chris.
Fantastic.
Dr. Voss.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Voss.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Tank the tank.
We'll start in just a minute. I want to give it just a little bit more time before we start. Let more people join. Hello from Orange County, Tony. Wait,
Yes.
you want a note taker, you guys? Does somebody's note taker want to be taking notes? Yes, no?
But
All
I
right.
am in San Gabriel Valley.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes. Does it say Orange County? Where did
No,
that
no, no,
come?
no. There's another Tony on.
Yeah, the other Tony.
Anthony.
Oh,
Sorry, Anthony.
Anthony.
Yay.
He's my tocayo.
All right, you guys,
Tocayo.
let's just start. Welcome everyone to the Veteran Series Forum. We are happy to be here with all of you guys. We're veterans, come to meet veterans and valued resources. So we're going to start with introductions. Let's keep to 30 to 40 seconds, or someone's going to mute you, and share who you are, what branch you served in, and if you didn't, what company you're with. If you want to share more, we'll have open forum where you can then share more about your business towards the end and then talk about coming up events. So let's start with Tony.
Me, the guest?
That sounds good.
Dude, I'm supposed to be last, but it's okay. I'll take it. My name is Tony Chisu Gutierrez. Leilani invited me and Margarita. These are two amazing and wonderful, loving ladies, and I've known them now for 5 years, 6 years, something like that. And we've been creating business expos in the San Gabriel Valley. And so we're now on our 9th expo, and our next expo is June 26th. It's a contractors expo supporting contractors and homeowners. So that's what we're doing. I don't want to take up more of my time. I thank Leilani and Margarita for the invitation, and I look forward to getting to know you guys. And I support veterans. We had the Veteran Chamber of Commerce have participated at our expo for many years.
Wonderful.
Jack Ochoa. Does anybody know Jack Ochoa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
But you, Anthony, our other Tony.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. My name is Anthony Garcia, U.S. Army veteran, proud U.S. Army veteran, and I represent the Santa Ana College School of Continuing Education. All of our classes are 100% free. And for those that don't know, I'm also a salsa dancer.
Yay! You got to share more of that in the end. You might want to share some dancing tips with us. You might want to dance. I've never seen you
maybe
dance.
I'll do that. Oh, you got to see it. You got to see it. It's the real. I'm the real deal. Yeah, that's my drug. Just so everybody knows, that's my drug. So, yeah, you'll see me out all the time.
Very cool. Well, welcome to have you tonight. How about Dr. Margarita? You're muted.
Hi there. Nice to see you again, Christy.
Nice to see you.
I am glad that Tony is on. Since Lelaine is on, I will give Lelaine to talk about our company. And my 30-second, I give it to Tony.
Well, we'll share more at the end.
Oh, yes.
So just who you are.
I am Dr. Margarita Clement. I am CEO of the Bodyguard Corporation. It's a medical device that helps turn patients in bed to prevent them from bed sores. I work at the Veterans Hospital for over 20 years.
Thank you so much for joining us. Lelaine, I think she tagged you.
Thank you, Margarita, for the handoff. Hi, my name is Lelaine Lau. I'm from the Bodyguard Bodyguard LLC as well. We also have a new startup for the Bodyguard Canine, which is a different take on her body harness for pets and retired military canines. So we're focusing on helping the retired military canines and their handlers, and hopefully we could promote that very soon. But nice to be here, and we love the veterans and we support anything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining. And that, I think, segues into Suzanne helping the canines, if she can hear me. And do you want to do your 30 seconds?
Well, I was trying to get my picture up there and I'm having technical difficulties. So I will ask you to put a little thing in the chat for me for our website. But thank you, Christine, as always, for inviting me. And yes, I started a charity called Canine Armor, and our website is caninearmor.com. We take donations to give bulletproof vests to police canines here in California. And Christine is one of our favorite ambassadors who's invited me to Zooms for years. And we've given out half a dozen vests to bulletproof vests to police dogs in Orange County. And so I'm looking forward to the Orange County Police Canine Show coming in October. And we can't start promoting that early enough. So you're going to get to see lots and lots of beautiful doggies that can strut their stuff. So I will hand it back to Christine, and thank you again for inviting me to all your fabulous meetings like this to network with people like this. So thank you again.
Oh, yay. A show coming up. Awesome. Thank you. So, Javier.
Good afternoon. My name is Javier Ortiz. I'm the commander of the VFW Hawaiian Gardens Post 7243. The Director of Veteran Affairs for the American PTSD Society. I'm the captain of the Honor Guard for the District 4. I'm a senior drill instructor for the United States Cadet Corps, which is a troubled youth program. I'm also the post-service officer for the American Legion in Buena Park. I think I got everything.
And he has more to share at the end, so stick around. They do a lot at that VFW.
This is Bacon.
Hank. Tell us who you are. And there is the Canadian veteran.
My name is Hank Hilbert. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, comedian. I got a show coming up Friday at Flappers in Burbank, if you guys want to stop on by. But then we're also doing a fundraiser for Patriots and Paws July 19th.
At the end,
Oh.
who you are, your branch.
Gosh,
I know. Roll with it.
Okay, my name's Hank Hilbert. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. Thank you.
Thank you. American Red Cross, Raul.
Hello, everyone. My name is Raul Diaz, American Red Cross here in Southern California region. Army veteran, still serving on the reserve side. So excited that we're going to be 250 years old in a couple of weeks here.
That is cool. Very, very cool. So Wesley.
Yes, hello.
Oh, sorry. You came in 30 seconds of who you are, if you served, what your business is, and then we'll talk more at the end.
Okay, yeah. Thank you all for your service. I am not a veteran, but I am a Paychex rep for Orange County, and I've just lived in Orange County my whole life, and I was drawn to Paychex to be able to work with small business owners and keep what I grew up in Orange County the same, with helping services to help small business owners succeed and continue to grow.
Thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we have a couple more. Yogi, do you want to give us an introduction?
It is
Jonathan Yogi Hernandez, Yogi for short. retired from the Navy last September after 22 years, and currently a college student. I'm representing all the community college students across the state of California, all the veterans, and then starting July 1st, I will be representing all of the students here in the San Diego district, which is Region 10. And I have the Mill to Bed podcast. What else? What else do I do?
Which we are on right now.
Yes, yes. And then, I'm just happy to be here, happy to serve, and I'm here to share love, peace, and harmony.
Great, great, great. Now we have N. Jenkins, and I don't know who that is, so if you want to unmute and say who you are. And then JT. And we have Trujillo. If you want to give us 30 seconds of who you are. And you're all muted if you don't know that, so you can unmute. Or
Hey, sorry guys. Yeah, so my name is Alex Trujillo. I work with the Department of Veterans Affairs, VISN, Office of Mental Health and Suicide Prevention. Even though I work for the VISN, I would say, attached to VA Long Beach, and my areas that I work are essentially Orange County, Long Beach, and that little southern section of LA County, like where they draw the line between GLA and Long Beach. And I'm just here to learn, to connect, and see what's out there and see if there's any way that we can collaborate. So thank you guys for having us.
yes, thank you for coming. I want to actually pause for a minute because I don't know if anyone else is experiencing this, and this is happening all the time. And we all know the suicide rate is super, super high. If any one of you has lost someone in the last week or knows someone who has lost someone in the last week, and it's greatly affected you, please reach out to either Alex or one of us so we can connect you. I know this is happening more and more, and it's always been close to home, but right now it's a lot of friends and a lot of people we know. So I don't know that it's ever been so close to me before, but if any of you guys are experiencing that, please, know that anyone here, Yogi, Dr. Margarita, any one of us, just connect with us and we'll connect you with a service for help, because it's a tough thing to experience just being the one here. So with that, thank you all for being here. We're going to go to our featured speaker, and then after we'll open forum so we can all have conversations. Tonight we have the 22 Strong Foundation, Dr. Voss, who is an incredible doctor. He works also with a veteran, or owns a business with a veteran, Travis Mayfield, and they do a lot of great work for veterans. So Dr. Voss?
Well, Christina, thank you for the introduction. Thank you to all the veterans. As Christine mentioned, my name is Dr. Voss. I am a chiropractor by trade, but I do sports medicine, which basically means I work on muscles, ligaments, nerves, tendons. We're not your typical chiropractic office or physical therapy office where they put people on the machine and, have it electrocute them for about 20 minutes with an ice pack and then have them walk away. We actually do a lot more detailed treatments, working with a lot of our patients. So we were fortunate and blessed in the beginning. I was fortunate and blessed in the beginning part of my career to work with professional athletes. And the only reason why I bring that up is because I had to be good at my craft. When I would get a call from an agent, I didn't have 6 weeks, 6 months. Sometimes I only had 6 hours to be able to get someone fixed and ready to play. Second of all, I think differently. I had to be different than everyone else. So I took a lot of interesting courses that have, over the past 23 and a half years, has turned into what I actually teach some of my students. And I now turn around and I give that same kind of sports medicine treatment back to veterans. And a lot of the veterans that we've worked with in the past love the VA, but unfortunately they're overwhelmed. And we've had a lot of issues and problems to where people weren't getting the treatment. We all know that the Mission Act said if you can't get seen by your doctor within 30 days, you're able to go outside and gather your own doctor. And I mean, I've had patients where we've treated for 8-9 months before they've gotten actually an appointment with their primary treating physician. So over the course of a couple years, as Christine mentioned, my business partner Travis is a Vietnam veteran. My sister was married to a Navy SEAL. My sister-in-law is a Marine. So we definitely had some issues growing up in our family with a lot of the mental aspects of it. And so this is why we all want to give back, both myself and Travis. And a couple years ago, we formed 22 Strong Foundation, 22 representing the 22 a day that commit suicide, which is on the low end of that number. It's probably double or even triple. So that's what we do. Our services are free for veterans. We've always had that over the past 10, 15 years that we got involved treating a lot more veterans. And we want to be able to give this treatment to everyone out there versus your run of the mill. Like I said, I hate putting other professions down or other therapists, but give them the sports medicine treatment. And I always joke around. I go, do you think Shohei Ohtani gets one treatment a week for 6 weeks for his shoulder surgery? And do you think he goes to a place where there's 25 other guys and he has a therapist kind of working on him for 10, 15 minutes? Or do you think he gets treatment twice a day by a renowned therapist that's working to make sure that 10 degrees to the left, 5 degrees to the right, and they're doing all the high-end lasers, new technology, red light therapies to be able to get him back to health and feeling better. Because who doesn't feel good when they have shoulder pain and they can't sleep and they're cranky and irritated, and that adds to a lot more depression. They can't lose weight, they're gaining weight. Next thing you know, that all these little things add to it. So that was kind of the precipice behind the 22 Strong Foundation to where, well, wait a second, we're already doing this. Let's be able to generate some donations. Let's be able to generate some funds to come in, go to talks, go to the American Legions. And we've been able to generate some funds that actually help the veterans. And everything goes to the treatments that we offer for the veterans. So most people are, I'm going to talk generally, most people are lemmings. We all follow everyone. When I do my corporate talks, I ask people, and you can raise your hand, how many of you think you know everything there is about health and wellness? You do? Raise your hands. Okay, so I didn't think so. And what we want to be able to do is when I do some of these talks and talk to people, I bring up a fact of forget everything you know about health and wellness. For example, how many of you walk or run and exercise on a treadmill? Show of hands. Anyone? Couple? All right, I see a couple no's. All right, what if I were to tell you that's probably one of the worst things you can do? Where in the world do you walk or run on a surface that moves? Once in a while when I get someone that says, hey, at the airport, and I say, well, first of all, if you're a pilot or live and work at the airport, different story. Second of all, the belt goes the opposite way. And what's happening with the treadmill is all you're doing is you're putting your foot on the belt moves, and then you take your foot off. A lot of our track and field athletes aren't even allowed to look at a treadmill, let alone run on one or walk on one. You're not getting the full heel strike, you're not getting the full mid stance, and you're not getting the full toe off. And so what's happening is your ankle receptors, your toe receptors, your knees, your hips aren't experiencing the full aspect of running, and they're not being engaged because all you're doing is you're putting your foot on the belt and then lifting it up, which is why when you go to 24-hour fitness or some other gym, you're seeing people holding on for dear life with the treadmill on at a 5.5 pace. They're watching TV or they're reading the newspaper, and it's kind of a brainless activity. So those are some of the things that people don't realize to where, well, what else can I do? And I let people know that why don't you go outside and go get some fresh air, be on a different type of surface. So that way your ankle joints, receptors, ligaments, muscles knees, hips, all can kind of coincide and work together to be able to coordinate you walking or running. Because who wants to be 50 years old one day, 60, 70, 80, and have all these issues and problems, which you're either going to need a total hip replacement, knee replacement, all because you weren't engaging your muscles, ligaments, and tendons in the right fashion. And that's just for normal people. I work with a lot of first responders, police and fire that come in there, and when they've gone through rehab for knees or shoulders, there are times where people just throw them on a treadmill for 15, 20 minutes, and that's pretty much their rehab. There have also been some horror stories with the VA to where Dr. Voss, I'm one of 25 people in this big room. There's 5 therapists. There's only one guy that's kind of worth his weight, and I can't sit there and wait an hour and a half for one guy to spend an extra 15 minutes. Anthony, I see you have your hand up. Or you're just waving?
Here we go. Sorry about that. Yes,
Oh.
actually, I as part of my therapy, I'm doing the treadmill and I'm walking backwards. That's a treatment for my knee.
Okay.
And it works for me. It's not really necessarily cardiovascular. It's more of a working with the structures, within the knee.
So walking backwards, perfect. That's another thing I bring up, just because you're utilizing your posterior chain muscles, which is what we want to work on. Everyone keeps using the front part, which is great, but no one realizes that your hamstring muscles, your quads, or your hamstrings, your calves, and your glute muscles are just as important, if not more important, because what do we do all day? We sit. And since you sit, you're at a 90-degree angle, you're not getting full active ranges of motion to the hip joint, the knee joint, the ankle. And at time when you're squatting all the way down to the bottom, where your butt's to the ground, that activates certain joints, certain muscles that don't get activated once you're sitting past 90 degrees. So walking backwards, absolutely. I tell people, don't use machines. Where in the world do you work with a machine that helps you lift, push, pull, and move things on a constant basis? Wouldn't it be nice to know that if your right arm is weaker than your left when you're doing a shoulder press, knowing that, oh, I need to focus on my right because it's weaker than my left. Whereas the machines, you're stuck in a range of motion that the machine puts you in, and actually could be detrimental more than helpful. So this is now where I tell patients, grab kettlebells, grab free weights, dumbbells, go outside. People don't want to sweat. Why? Because, well, no one wants orange stains around their armpits and on their shirts, but that's how your body gets rid of toxins. And no one wants to be A, inconvenience, B, look bad, which I understand, we're in Southern California here, but how often do you go in the car and you put the heater on because it's cold outside and you put it to 75 degrees, you don't want to, it's freezing, and same thing at home. And then when it's hot outside, you don't want to sweat, so you put the air conditioning on to 70 degrees. So we want to stay comfortable. Problem with that is the body actually needs to be uncomfortable. So heat vasodilates, cold vasoconstricts. Every now is the big thing is all the cold plunges that people are doing. And I tell patients to take cold showers, go and be uncomfortable, go out there. How cool is it to realize that your veins, arteries, the stuff that's kind of important in your body, pumps blood back and forth from your heart to your body and your muscles. Do you want those to be loosened up, and do you want those to be moving, or do you want them to be stagnant with scar tissue buildup and plaque because you're not getting them moving with cold and heat? So these are some of the different type of thinking that we bring when we work with a veteran. One last thing too is getting different type of grips on your barbells and dumbbells. Grabbing different types of medicine balls, knowing that not everyone has small wrists or you're activating different muscles. So when we work with a police officer, we now use thicker grips for for their shoulder rehab. Why? Because they're used to grabbing a gun. They're used to grabbing a suspect's wrist. Same thing with someone who served in the military. Well, let's be more functional with some of our workouts and just do the same thing that everyone does. You know, hey, Christine, grab the 10-pound weights, just bring your arm up and down. Okay, perfect. That's a great workout. See you later. I don't want to think about anything else. It's now about incorporating functional movement. And how do you work on the muscles? You have to touch them, feel them, break down the scar tissue, get them moving, and find out where the restrictions are, and then be able to fix it. And then now that you've fixed that muscle, now we need to be able to rehab it properly to where it coordinates. For example, your shoulder should coordinate with your hips, your lower back, your upper back, because what ends up happening is they all move together. And if you're grasping something, you sure don't want to fall over. And that's why your body starts to incorporate and build trunk stability when you're reaching for something. So that's another thing we incorporate when we do a lot of rehab. Well, wait a second. I just had shoulder surgery. The VA says you can only work on my shoulder. But this is now where we talk to patients and say, well, do you not twist and turn and put a box up on the top shelf? Do you not grab something from the bottom? Do you not get in and out of your car and hold on to the door to get yourself in? So why don't we incorporate similar functional movement patterns that are useful because you're 30, 40, 50, 60. And if you play golf or other sports, we also incorporate those into the therapy program. So it's definitely a different way of thinking, and it's challenging on both ends, on my end, to be able to come up with a lot more innovative stuff, especially now with the technology. But the good news is when we're working with a lot of these pro athletes and you've got an agent that gives you some of these items, cool thing is I'm able to bring them to my patients and allow them the same exposure and experience that someone that plays for the Lakers or for the Dodgers. So that's what we enjoy doing, both my partner and I, Travis. How do you give back to the community? How do you give them something that's valuable to where, wow, Dr. Voss, thank you. You made me think a little bit. I'm going to go sweat out there a little bit. That's fine. I can take a shower and maybe I run around outside, use a swimming pool, use dumbbells instead of the machines, and hopefully that'll help you out and gives you a little bit of more stresses on the joints, which is what we need in order to not have them as restricted and problematic. So, Christine, that's my 10-minute little spiel. Like I said, we treat veterans for free. We've got a scholarship program that we've kind of put together called the Veteran 30, Veteran 60, and the Veteran 90. And what we do is we take some of these veterans that have gone through these programs or experiencing aches and pains, and we put them through our treatment plan and hopes that they get better, improve, and then they're able to live their life.
How can people find you?
Our website, I'll go ahead and text you that or put it in the chat. Next Level Wellness Center, and it has a link to the 22 Strong Foundation. And Anthony, yeah, that one works too. That was one of my older ones, but that redirects to our current website. And I'm usually running around. I haven't seen Christine in a while, but I'm usually running around all over. That's right. Thank you, Anthony. I should probably hire you to be my PR or assistant. So
Yeah,
that's it.
Dr. Voss saved me. I was getting injections for many, many, many years, basically annually. And what was it? For Christmas. It was before Christmas. Maybe it was November. I come in, get one treatment. Great. I think I got one more treatment. That was 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't know. It's been a while. And I haven't needed an injection since. My doctor asks me all the time, hey, aren't you scared? Don't you have to get your shoulder injected? Not anymore. And so I'm probably due back, but
Okay.
just to say that really this work in the muscles and the tendons and with the joints and what he does, it actually does take away pain and actually works against some of the things that we go to, like drugs and injections and surgery. So
Yeah, and the good news is we're part also with the CCN network, the Community Care Network, so under chiropractic, physical therapy, and massage therapy. So that's basically once we get people in, we're trying to spread the word out more, and that's why we're doing a lot more of these podcasts and meeting with others as well, just to let them know that there are other options, and that's it.
thank you so much. Thank you for the pieces of education too. That's great.
Welcome.
Walk backwards. Now, does anyone want to facilitate conversation on anything today? I don't know if you want to talk about suicide or PTSD. I don't know what anyone, I know Commander, I didn't mention him from the Hawaiian Gardens VFW, like he said, is the chair for the American PTSD Society. He has been himself helping just his members, but then other people on a regular basis. You want to take it from here? I don't want to speak at a turn.
Director of Veteran Affairs for the American PTSD Society. I retook the PTSD exam that they kind of have set up, and I guess I'm good. Because I'm also a huge advocate for the Deported Veteran Mural Project, which I've already done 3 of these projects, one here in Hawaiian Gardens, one at the American Legion of Buena Park, one at the American Legion in Norwalk. Montebello's next, and so is Pico Rivera, and so is the state senator, or the Senator Archuleta's office. I told him I'll go do it at his house as well. So I mean, he said no, but advocating for this, one of the deported vets, and I'm really happy to say this. He has his, they expedited everything. He has his citizenship exam on Monday. So I'm making him study right now. But like I said, with the PTSD and the 22 a day, which is a number that I want to make sure gets depleted and down. My goal is to make sure that like these therapy sessions are, and I would love to talk to you, Doc Ross. I want these therapies to be part of the screening process to as you discharge out of the military, because I feel that that's going to help with anxiety, stress, depression, and what better way to do it? Because you don't know you have PTSD until months later, years later. So, and if the screening process is only, how do you feel? Are you okay? Yes, I'm good. And that's only because we're happy and excited to see our families and get home. That's not a screening process. You can't like know what is going on until they start dealing with life and bills and bickering from the wife or the husband, or the kids not listening or eating their food. And oh snaps, we don't have money for a mortgage, or like, why don't we have Wi-Fi? Who the hell? And then also you want to run away and go back on a deployment. It's just like the incarceration thing. They all get locked up again. It's a way to run away from your problems. So let's catch it. Not even try to catch it. Just let's get rid of it from the beginning before you even know that you might possibly get it. That's my goal. That's why I'm here. And that's why this is what I'm trying to do right now. That's it. That's it for that part.
Thank you. Thank you. And one of the treatments he's talking about is total relief method. And I know many veterans who are working on that, having sessions right now. Currently, Commander has been doing it for a while, and there's amazing results with that. So
I got a question for Dr. Voss. Does your treatment do anything for helping the veteran with his disability rating? Do you guys do anything for that? Do you look into that as far as, oh, this is service connected? We have files on this that you may be able to file a claim or something. Have you looked into that at all?
Actually, no. For the most part, what we've done, so we're not, for active members, can't. We're part of the community care network, which all you have to do is get a referral from your primary doctor, and then we're just secondary. I could look into that. So I do a lot of workers' comp. And so from a workers' comp standpoint, I'm a qualified medical evaluator, which is what I do, a lot of disability evaluations for police, fire, and when someone comes in and they're 15% whole body. So it's still probably the same process, but actually that's a good idea. I mean, I don't know what the VA, they've limited a lot of the treatments. They've limited a lot of the engagements. I know with the community care network, I had one of the veterans, it took him 8 months before he finally was able to be seen by his primary. And he came back to me, he's like, "Oh my God, I'm finally able to see you." He goes, "I don't want you to continue to see me for free." And I'm like, "You know what? I promise you that we'll continue to do it." We treated Henry twice a week, sometimes 4 or 5 times a month. So, but with that being said, I could sit there and talk to you on offline and see if you have any something that we could work with to help out with the veterans.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. I'm starting to get into this service-connected disability stuff. So it's more like having doctors say, I mean, because I hurt my right knee in the Marine Corps, but my left knee is the one that's hurting now. And so the VA said it's not service-connected. But if my right knee was the one I hurt, wouldn't I be compensating on my left knee? So it's just it's semantics when it comes down to it. So I'm just wondering if you can help. When you treat these veterans, the paperwork that goes into it says, your shoulder's 25% messed up, and putting paperwork together to help him get paid for it or something. I don't know.
So I've done a couple of things in the past for some of the veterans, just so that they can actually get some treatment, knowing that there's compensatory problems from the right. I can't use my right anymore, so my left's getting overused. So I've done that in the past. I'll be honest with you, it's been very minimal, and I haven't seen any results as far as like, "Oh my God, Dr. Voss, thank you so much. I now have my left shoulder and my right shoulder as service connected." But in workers' compensation, which I think they should follow, and I don't know how closely they do, that's always what they use. And if you start gaining weight and all of a sudden now you're diabetic because of that, I mean, this one action triggered the next series of problems that you're experiencing. So that is all compensatory under California workers' comp. So it might be interesting to look into a little bit more, but.
Okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And we're now open forum, you guys. So if you want to talk, feel free. You have resources, you have events, you have some topic you want to speak on. And Dr. Voss is here for questions.
Am I good?
Yeah.
All right. So June 14th, Saturday, which is Flag Day and is also the Army birthday, at 10:30 in the morning, I got the United States Cadet Corps, which is a troubled youth program that I sponsor. They're doing the flag retirement ceremony. I got one of the deployed veteran that I was talking about earlier that's doing the whole like speech thing. One of our members is doing the prayer. I think I'm on the bugle for that one. And also I got I think it's Congressman Garcia, Long Beach, that's getting the press. I think it's like Channel 7. I don't know who he's getting. And then I got Paul Rodriguez, the comedian that's going to be here to help support. because we're advocating for like the troubled youth, the deported veterans, the VFW, the American Legion, the I'm not sure what else. But yeah, we also have the fire department here and so on.
That's the Hawaiian Gardens, VFW?
Yeah, in Hawaiian Gardens, VFW 7243. So the flyer, because today I got confirmation from like the comedian, from Paul Rodriguez and all these other politicians. So like now I can actually make the flyer. So you'll get that pretty soon. On the 21st, we have a wrestling event here. I'll send you guys a flyer. Also, to be determined, we have a pet clinic here for people to bring their pets if they need shots or deworming or whatever. I have no idea what goes on with animals, even though I got one right here. And November 15th is the Veterans Ball, which details to be determined. I know that my senior vice commander just got out of a meeting with the mayor because we're aiming to get it sponsored by the Hawaiian Gardens Casino so we can use their ballroom. I think that's all I got right now when it comes to events. I'm pretty sure there's more, but yeah.
Thank you. Well, Hank, jump on the July 19th.
July 19th.
Oh, you better be there. Everyone better be at Patriots and Paws July 19th.
Is that the
Hank.
What?
July
What?
19th.
Okay, July 19th down at Patriots and Paws in Orange County. We're doing a comedy show with dinner. You can probably we got comedians that are veterans. That's all. That's one of the things I was very strict about. That all our comedians are also veterans. And it's the 19th of July. Starts at 6:37. Dinner. And then everyone's invited. I'm sure Christine will send the flyer to everyone.
Evan, that's very specific.
Say again?
It starts at 6:37. That's very specific.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be. I mean, that's how. I'm strict, man. I'm strict. It's got to be a specific time. It's 6:37. That's it. If you show up at 6:38, you're shit out of luck. All right. So
Dinner. Free alcoholic beverage. Brewery X is sponsoring. Polly's Pies is sponsoring. Navy Federal is bringing us volunteers. It's going to be a huge event. Tickets are on sale now. Sponsorships, we still have some spaces. Those are on sale. So outdoors, Patriots and Paws is a great scene.
Gluten free?
Yeah, no. Unfortunately not.
What? Did you say gluten free?
Yeah. I don't know that we could do that. We will have a couch with a motor on it. So look for that.
All right.
Are you a millennial?
These guys don't know me yet, huh?
Wesley?
You gotta be a millennial.
These guys don't know me yet. I'm excited for this show.
Yeah. I just had a quick question for Dr. Voss to satisfy my curiosity, because on my algorithm for Instagram, I come across a bunch of chiropractic videos and I find myself looking at these videos for 20-30 minutes straight, and it's specifically on the ring dinger method. I see these people come in, they can't even walk or sit straight or even stand up, and then after a ring dinger session, all of a sudden all their back pain is completely gone. So I was just curious, does that work as well as it seems like when I watch these videos on Instagram?
Yeah, if I'm remembering the one where they're kind of pulling on your neck.
Yes. Yeah.
I've had successes with those, and at certain times where people A, feel a couple inches taller, B, people say, yikes, I felt that in my back. But for the most part, look, a lot of it is show. A lot of it is the wow factor. And there have been a couple of times to where I've had kids or parents kind of bleep out expletives, and it's kind of funny. I'm like, dang it, I wish I was one of those millennial kids that, did all the YouTubes or, Instagram stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's a different tool that I have in my trade. in my toolbox. So that does help. Not a lot of chiropractors use that. A lot more physical therapists are starting to kind of go into, it's called joint mobilization, and it's just helps break up a lot of the pressure and the tightness in the area.
Thank you. I was just curious about that.
Yeah.
They're almost like emotional videos, so it's just like I find myself watching them, seeing people's pain just disappear.
I would say about maybe 30% of that is true. If what, anyways, we'll just keep it at that.
Okay, thank you.
Yogi, it can make us taller.
It's all eyes, all eyes.
They feel taller. They feel a couple inches.
Feel taller.
They feel taller. So what does it say? If your shoes shine, you shine. So if you feel taller, you probably all are taller. So,
well, since you called me out, Hank, I would love for everybody on this call to put on their calendars November 7th. I am hosting the first inaugural golf event here in San Diego. The 3 community colleges that I have been able to get on board are San Diego City College, Mesa College, and Miramar. We're hosting a golf event to raise funds for scholarships to our veterans. And just so that everybody is aware, the GI Bill does not cover everything that is to take care of the veteran while they're going to school. Neither does VRNE. It is better, but it still leaves a lot of gaps. So there's still, I've been seeing a lot of veterans that are here, unfortunately, going to college, and they're struggling with homelessness, they're struggling with multiple things. So this is a way to fix the problem, to at least get them the basic needs covered. So with that, partner up with the Veteran Resource Centers, and we got this going on. So would love your support, would love your help, would love to even have you here. Just to show up, and if you wanna, tell a joke or two, aka Hank, you're more than welcome to come. Or if you wanna, advertise everything that you're sharing.
You want me to host? You want me to host?
No. We already tried that once. You got kicked out, so.
Tony, hop in.
Huh?
Hop in.
Oh, no, I didn't want to interrupt you guys. You guys are doing great. Hey, Yogi, so with what we're doing, so a few things. The Megamix Expo is like I shared earlier, it's a contractors expo. So I don't know how many veterans are in the contract business, plumbers, roofers, stuff like that. But in addition to that, please visit the website. We have a very strong lineup of presenters. And one of the presenters is how to get your contractor's license. Nice. So for that, it's a school that's going to just talk about that. They're going to talk about taxes, Google Ads, mortgage lending, ADUs. It's a very impressive lineup. We also have an attorney called Todd Becker who has 6,000 clients from the fires. He's inviting them too. So if anybody knows anybody that wants to grow their contracting business and homeowners that need more information about all kinds of stuff, vetted contractors, that's what we're doing. But Build Smart LA is San Gabriel Valley, LA County. Yogi, we're going to Build Smart San Diego. We're going to be doing that around the time frame that you talked about. So I got a strong group of people in San Diego that wants me to bring this platform to San Diego. And so, hey, you could be the nonprofit organization that we support in San Diego.
That would be amazing.
So let's, I put my information there. Let's shoot me a text, etc. I love to do that. And then we're doing Build Smart Palm Springs, and then we're moving to the Inland Empire. It seems like the contracting home ownership environment is way more sexy. I don't know. Everybody just loves that, and they want to get more. People want more information, more education. Everything about. And then right now there's a big solar thing going on with the administration. So 30%. I don't know if Senate's going to pass it or not. They're going to start taking away that those credits or the 30%. So right now there's going to be a big move for homeowners to get their solar up before they lose that extra 30% tax advantage. So that's on the table. Would love to invite you guys. Let me know. My information's there, and whatever I can do to support a veteran-owned company or business, just reach out.
Thank you. I want to ask Anthony with Santa Ana College or Raul with American Red Cross if you guys have any things that you want to share.
Yes. Hey, this is Anthony right here. I have a couple of events. I have a Veterans Summerfest coming up on June 7th, this Saturday, 100% free. If anybody here on the chat likes to eat, come on down because we're going to have free food. And it's open to every vet and family members as well. That's our sister campus, Santiago Canyon. In addition, we have a free citizenship fair July 19th, Saturday. You can scan the QR and sign up for that. Great opportunity to get your questions answered about citizenship, especially for veterans.
Thank you so much.
You know, Anthony, I have the Army that has come to our expo, and they were talking about any immigrant or somebody trying to get their citizenship, that they'll take them in the services and they can apply for their citizenship through that, including their family. I was like, huh, interesting.
Yeah, in fact, sometimes that's incentive for a lot of people to join the military is, becoming a U.S. citizen. So there is a pathway to citizenship through military service. It's definitely an opportunity. But now we're seeing veterans who are, finishing their service. Maybe they had their green card, but they didn't actually go through the process of becoming a U.S. citizen. This is the naturalization process. So this is, in fact, what we're doing. We're helping people with the naturalization process, filling out the paperwork, getting everything submitted. And again, it's 100% free. In addition, we have citizenship classes to prepare you for your interview. That's also free. I know the gentleman mentioned somebody's going to be getting their interview pretty soon. Yeah. They're welcome to take a class with us. We have virtual classes and we have face-to-face classes. We have them in English and in Spanish, and 100% free.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that to us. I just sent it over to Commander. I know he had to hop off because they're starting something at the VFW, but you got the flyer. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, great. Okay. I'm not sure if I've shared this with you all before. Just being in this little virtual group makes me want to be in Orange County. I'm myself from the Inland Empire, currently in Victorville, so I support mostly the Inland Empire, San Bernardino and Riverside counties, but the American Red Cross is everywhere. And one of the things that I'd like to share with you all, just because fire season is upon us, is the home fire safety campaign that we have. I've provided a link there. If you go there, anyone in the community, so whether you're a veteran or just a civilian, anyone in the community can access free smoke alarms. All you do is just click on the link, fill out an application, and the American Red Cross will send 2 volunteers to your location. They will bring the smoke alarms and we will install them for free. Right? Every 7 minutes, there's a home that's burning down in the United States of America. So these alarms can save lives. And then the other link I'd like to share with you all is please consider hosting a preparedness presentation for your organization, whether it's an American Legion post, a VFW post. Preparedness matters, right? And emergencies and disasters can strike any of us without discrimination at any time. So just consider that. Please share that. Again, you don't have to be military. You don't have to be a veteran. Anybody in the community can access this. And we will literally go anywhere, whether you're in the mountains, in the valleys, in the desert. That is just our commitment. I know for a fact it's a program available in Southern California. So we're talking about Riverside, San Bernardino, Orange, Imperial, San Diego counties, and I believe Los Angeles County is also doing this. Pending any questions, that's all I got.
That is awesome. Thank you. We need to have you speak. You need to do one of those prepared classes here.
I can make that happen. I'll connect you with the right people. My role here with Red Cross is really just bridging all Red Cross services to our military service members, veterans, and all of the supporters of that. So I'm happy to do that. Yes.
Thank you. All right, you guys, we're at the top of the hour almost. So unmute, say what you got to say. I see you, Hank. I know you got a joke.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful to meet everyone. Christine, if you need me to get the word out and stuff like that of your organization and stuff like that, I got a strong database. Just email me and I'll support as best as I can. OC is an area that we're growing. So we will be doing Build Smart Orange County in the near future as well.
I just put my cell phone in chat if anyone wants it. Feel free to give me a text or call.
Okay, awesome. Wonderful to meet everyone. Thank you for the invitation, ladies.
Yeah,
Thank you, Tony.
Dr. Voss. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone. I hope to see you at Santiago Canyon College for the Veteran Summerfest.
Eat for free.
Free food, can't beat that.
No, you can't. That's awesome.